Yeah, yeah.
Right, Cam, we got a cornerback
Mhm.
who just committed here in the last few days. I think this was a Sunday commit, Saturday or Sunday off the weekend. Out of Jacksonville, Brody Jennings, top 50 to 60 player in the state of Florida.
Yeah, man. Continuing to rebuild the secondary and everything, looking at the cornerbacks. So Brody Jennings from there, from Jacksonville. His mother is a UM alum. His brother, Bradley Jennings Jr., played here, and his father played at Florida State. His father recently passed away. Wishes to that family and the dearly departed. With that, but yeah, Brody was formerly committed to the University of Michigan, which recruits and develops at a very high level. So having a 4-star corner of his caliber committed there, and getting him to flip to Miami is a good get. This is a guy who all of the defensive back commits or the cornerback commits, they won MVP at some event that they were at. It was like a rivals event and a 7-on-7, but like pretty much everybody, Brody Jennings included, has recently been noted for their incredible positive performance. Jacksonville Mandarin, if you remember, so he played in the same secondary as Hilton Drake Stubbs, who was committed to everybody in the world and ended up at the University of Florida. He was committed to Miami along that process as well, was Drake Stubbs. So yeah, one of the legacy programs there in Jacksonville. And yeah, so again, another blue chipper. I was just going to allude to the fact that he's a 4-star on the composite. This is a good guy. You can play inside and outside. I believe the arrow is all the way on the outside top of the screen on that one. The camera work is deplorable. Sheesh. Man, I know that people are looking at different things. You can kind of cut up film for multiple different players, but boy, I've seen some of the roughest film I've seen in years this random cycle, or not, recently. That's a great play working out of the slot, so short area quickness. Here he is on the outside, and it's a blitz. Got him. So a nice step inside there, not to get of the receiver, not giving anything away on that. Step for step, stride for stride coverage, which obviously we were looking to have here. He's playing off, clearly, playing zone, but zone is man until it's not. So if there's somebody there, you got to mirror that, and did that. Great, opened up his hips to on that inside slot fade there. So yeah, this is a guy who can really seriously play. I know people are mad at me because I yada yada'd this on Sunday for other reasons. And I was definitely persona non grata. The response on the Magic Twitter machine was pretty negative. But what I said was negative. So it was earned. I should have been more focused on Brody Jennings, the player that he is. Adding this kind of caliber player to the University of Miami's class and everything is invariably a big get. It is a great addition, and you want to have that. So congratulations to him being the third member of the Jennings family to attend the University of Miami. And along with that, as we're talking about recruiting, Kenton Dobson, who committed earlier, is a 2027 commit, and I had heard it at the time, but transparently was told not to say anything about it because it was kind of a 50-50 proposition. But it's now getting out there because it's becoming more of a 80-20 proposition that Kenton Dobson, the 2027 commit, is going to reclassify up into the 2026 class as well. So I know that people have been talking about that and everything, and from what I've heard, I've heard that a while ago, but was, sworn to secrecy. So I kept it secret. But now that the cat seems to be getting out of the bag and the academic work is getting to where it needs to be for that, it is looking more and more like he will be reclassifying up into this class as well. So you would add yet another blue chip cornerback into this class. Miami is definitely taking the proper actions in reaction to the failing of the cornerback room and secondary writ large last year. in the transfer portal after last season. Tried to in last recruiting class, didn't have all the success that they wanted. Did have some, but continued to back that up in this class, and even taking a player from a future class, a blue chip player, up into this class. So it's more on top of that. So all great things. Welcome to the U, Brody Jennings, and we will continue to push forward.
And I know that you don't scout the following class, but I see that Miami picked up an offensive lineman from Palm Beach in Zaquan at Linton.
Yeah, big kid, 6'6", 293 right now. So think that's a high school sophomore. Okay, he just finished his sophomore year. We're in July, right? So just finished his sophomore year of high school at basically a cheeseburger away from 6'6", 300 pounds. I saw Gabby Arrudia put up a tweet. It's like, with the all offensive line commits in this class and the next one, so there's 7 in this class plus this gentleman. The average size of the commits is like 6'5" and a quarter, 317 or 11 or something pounds average. Like this is what I've been talking about for years of fitting the prototype size at these positions, when instead of, and I know it is what it is, you're not going to be playing guys out of position like Trevor Darling and Casey McDermott, who are really guards, and we had to put them in tackle because we didn't have anybody else, so we're taking smaller people and putting them in those premium places. Now you have tackle size dudes playing guard, which is the simple inverse of the other sentence, but it functionally is so much. It's just everybody's bigger. It matters in a huge way. So you love to see that. And yeah, as Watch Everything says, we haven't seen that in years. Big facts.